Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. I'm live with Louis Lecca, my man, my friend from Nerd Report. And Louis, I just did a whole rant. You can go watch it, but I had to clip this as a separate piece because, guys, this new news just blew my mind, and I'm getting so frustrated. And it was a chain of events that I was doing to show the ineptitude of the Northport police. And I want to replay it a bit for you, Louis, and for anybody else who's just tuning in, and for those who are going to watch this portion of the replay, because I think this part's probably the most important thing we've talked about now. The breaking news is this. Brian Laundrie just reported minutes ago. We have learned the remains found in Carlton Reserve were skeletal remains, bones. Bones. So, now we understand why they are having trouble, identifying the body, et cetera, et cetera. But as we're talking about things, my God, it just seems so much easier for them to hide bones. It seems so much easier to sort of trick, stage, whatever, all the conspiracy theorists that I've been saying, you guys are crazy. Now, I'm like, well, shit, something's off. And I want to share why. Guys. Because I just did it, and pardon my replay for those of you watching live, but I hope you understand why I think it's important to replay this. Here's the footage of Roberta and Chris Laundrie discovering the wet bag that belonged to their son, Brian. They literally went into the brush here in Florida. And Louis, as I told the audience, I know I live near a ton of this type of brush, especially in like a reserve with wildlife. I ain't never, ever walking in to a brush like that. Snakes, alligators, hell, red ants. There's no chance in hell I'm going through that area without some, it just would never happen. But so there he is. He's just going off the beaten path in some random area down a path. He's like, I'm just going to go through here. Dude, going through here to find anything would take forever. It's a needle in a haystack. But he somehow goes through all that while some Fox Digital reporter happens to be following them from afar. And now suddenly, found the wet bag. I found his bag. And they're now talking privately. No police there. He could have opened that bag, contaminated that bag. His DNA is now all over that bag. Oh, look, we found Chris's bag. I knew it. I knew it was in that area. Oh, they didn't check there. Add to that, then finally, apparently, the cops do find said bag. They give it to the police. And dude's holding it. Doesn't even have a glove on. Doesn't even have a freaking glove on. Finds this wet bag that apparently was part of Laundrie's stuff, allegedly, and just grabs it with his bare hands. Now, this stuff is making people frustrated. They're like, how on earth did the Laundries find this stuff, a needle in a haystack? Oh, it was the place we always told them to go. Louis, it's also the place where they dumped the Mustang, right? And then found the Mustang. It would have been very easy, speculation warning, it would be very easy for them to have dumped some items in a specific area that they could go find later, if need be, to have the story make sense. I mean, come on. It's not impossible. And now, suddenly they're out there looking. Now, and here's where they, now, and then this is coupled with Brian Laundrie saying it's bones. And then here's how the damn police are doing what they're doing. They did a press conference today. They walked up, and I want you to hear this.
Everybody, first, before we say, I'm sorry, right here.
He's like, we're gonna do a press conference. Let's talk about this. So here's I guess this is the sheriff.
Here, okay. Morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody. Morning.
First, I'd like to say, before I say one word, our thoughts and prayers are with Gabby and the families here.
Look how proud, right, Louis?
This is tragic.
This is a tragedy, it is, but look how proud. There must be some big news coming, right, Louis? All right, we finally got it. Here we go.
But I will tell you, this tragedy brings us all together. I couldn't be more proud of Chief Todd Garrison, Sarasota Sheriff Kurt Hoffman, the FBI, and all law enforcement agencies that are here today. This is my first time being here.
Dude,
we have deployed, Chief Garrison and I...
He's doing an Oscar speech, Louis. He's literally doing an Oscar speech outside the crime scene. And I'm just, spoiler alert, he literally just thanks everybody, talks about how badass they are, how cool their gear is. Guys, we kicked ass on this case. Look at us.
I've been in constant contact since the beginning of the incident. We deployed assets immediately.
Like these two elderly people that we sent out, and in 30 minutes
our Pharaoh system
found it. Look at them.
Which can analyze a crime scene and
they've been analyzing this crime scene immediately. They just went out in the brush.
The dragonfish.
Couldn't find these items. Our dragonfish,
67 miles an hour.
We had these two elderly agents
away from the operator.
that
with the
just knew
FLIR
where to
and all
go.
the capabilities of a helicopter.
Amazing.
Today when I walked back there, I got to see firsthand the treacherous conditions
These treacherous conditions
that they were working on.
and finding
We're talking
evidence.
about water levels up above almost the chest area.
Look at this. Treacherous
Rattlesnakes,
conditions.
Moccasins, alligators. And these heroes go out there.
These heroes.
While we can't change the outcome, we can
Are you
bring
kidding me,
justice.
Lewis?
And today I'm
Are
very,
you
very
kidding
proud
me?
to say that Chief Garrison and our team of law enforcement, which is regional, it doesn't matter what color patch or uniform you wear.
Yeah,
We
whether
work as one
you're in a
team
dress or
and
a
one
hat
family.
and a t-shirt.
And the law enforcement community came together.
We came together to contaminate evidence left
Well,
and
thank
right
you,
here in
Sheriff.
Northport.
Means a lot.
We don't even wear gloves.
As we said yesterday, not one agency can handle all.
No, you
And it's
got
important
multiple
that we rely
agencies.
on
We
our
needed
partners.
2 agencies.
And,
I know everybody wants to know exactly what's going on every second
Can you
possible.
believe this shit?
All of America's watching, okay?
Yeah, no shit, we're
But
watching.
we'll
You guys
never-
are imbeciles.
Never jeopardize an investigation.
Oh,
To
never.
give that information out.
We would never
until the
jeopardize
time
an
is right.
investigation,
But
never.
again, I want to reiterate.
Oh, no.
This is a difficult business we're in, the law
Oh,
enforcement. Things change by the second, by
yeah,
the minute.
Totally.
These are very, very difficult conditions. I mean,
Yep.
you're searching in areas that you just can't walk up.
You can't just
And
walk
look,
up
it's
and.
not like you're searching a house or a
Ouch.
car.
Look at this. He
These
literally
areas are
just walked
huge.
up.
And they're covered by water. So I couldn't be more proud of the
Oh,
team.
so,
Once
bravo,
again, I
team.
mean, Sheriff Hoffman from Sarasota.
Do we have some
we're all
award
one
music,
family.
Lewis?
Sheriff's done a great job. Chief Garrison and our FBI, second to none. They came together from all over. We're talking about, different states of communication here.
So
And the
many
end
different
result is
states.
one-
Laundrie's family found these items.
Here it
So
comes.
do you think
Here it
if
is.
the Laundries would have cooperated sooner, that you would have found him sooner?
Was this a press conference to just say thank you?
This is a press conference to say thank you. That's what it was, guys. These guys are a joke. These guys are a joke. I can't believe. I can't
and
even.
one family.
You know what they should have
The
done,
law
Lewis?
enforcement community came together.
Played it off. Thank you, guys. Oh, bravo!
Thank you, Sheriff. It means a lot.
Bravo! Yay!
As we said yesterday, not one
Yay!
agency can
Ah,
handle all.
woo,
And
everybody!
it's
Yeah,
important
sorry, I
that
was
we
trying to find
rely on
Oscar
our
music.
partners.
This is a joke. This is a complete joke. I'm embarrassed. And now to know that they found bones. They found bones. They don't expect her to do the remains today because they found bones. I'm just shook. I'm shook. And anyone was watching. I was there. I was like, oh, it's him. But now as I'm watching all this, Lewis, these cops are idiots. This lawyer's an idiot. There's so much ineptitude here. I understand why people aren't buying it. And what's so fascinating is I did a report earlier. It was like 70% of people said, yeah, no, it's his body. Yeah, it's his body. Now, I just asked it again. I just did the poll. Now that we know it's bones, over 3,000 votes. Do you think those bones are Brian's? 65% said, no way, those aren't his bones. It just completely pivoted. I'm shook. This is ridiculous. Can you believe all those officers are out there? Yeah. Oh, we must thank look at all the work we do. Dude, you let the 2 parents contaminate the crime scene and find the bag? And then they were opening it, and then your guy just grabbed it without gloves. What on earth are you talking about? The hard work. Dude, all those drones you just read about, none of it helped. Your dogs didn't find it. Oh, it was because underwater. It was underwater. Dude, I've talked to experts like you could still smell around the area underwater that if clearly it was there, they would have smelled it. Now you're telling me the area where the Mustang, where the car's been, you're telling me that these 2 old people, who I'm sorry have not been very up front with us, who are now going off into this area that, my God, that's the first place I'd hide a bag if I wanted to hide a bag. Where do we hide that bag, Roberta? Do you remember? Speculation. Just guessing. I'm not accusing them of doing anything illegal. I don't know. But if I was doing something like this, man, that sure seems like a good area. 100 paces this way, and then I'm going to chuck it in that big area. Yeah, I found it. Oh, good job. You did find it? Great. Now this will sell our story. We're good. Shh, don't tell. Where's that officer? Oh, I don't know. He left. He went to go do a speech to the press. Oh, cool. Hey, do you want to get some of this gum? There's some gum in here. I'm hungry. Dude, this is like a joke. I'm This police department should be ashamed of themselves. And no, so now I'm frustrated because I don't think we should be applauding this police department at all. No, you do not get to have the thank you speech right now, you scumbags. Yeah. Oh, we did such a good job. They're in cahoots with the lawyer, both the lawyer and the police. They want this done. They want it over. So now, even if it's all truthful, Lewis, I'm sorry, I understand why people aren't buying it. And it's so frustrating because we just can't get full transparency on this case. At this point, we need more transparency. They need to acknowledge that they effed up. The fact that they found this, the way they found it, is just blasphemous. With so many eyes and so many attention on this case, you let the family just wander in and pick it up themselves? I'm floored. Lewis, are you floored? Am I crazy?
Well, I think the most flooring part of it was that the dad went directly to, did he go directly towards the area where the bag was?
It was like 30-minute walk from what I've gathered. It was like 30 minutes in from where they parked.
This footage I'm looking at, did he just go in there? Is that the end game of right before
Apparently,
the bag?
Yeah. Again, it's so weird because the Fox Digital video, which is so crucial to this now, it just cuts and it's like, wait a second. Why aren't you? This just should be headline news everywhere. The full footage. Anyway,
yeah. There's a cut, kind of like when we see Sasquatch. And
Correct.
They cut it. Yeah. Okay.
So looks staged to me.
Dude, they should have delayed the press conference with the police until they had more information to give, because everyone's upset at that, including the press and people in the comments. I do still think it's Brian's body. I'm going with the animal Brian buffet theory, where they didn't like the bones. They just ate the meat. It happens with us. We don't.
But you see, Lewis, the animals would eat the bones. The animals would eat the bones.
Animals are pretty. Some of them are picky, man. You know what I mean?
Man, you're giving them a lot of excuses now. I mean, yeah, you're right. The odds are that yes, it's him.
It's too much. The bag and I don't think they planted bones. That's ridiculous. I mean, you know what I mean? But
the cops coulda. It's not. I mean, come on.
Why would they though? Why would they?
Because they look like idiots.
Oh, okay. To try to
end this whole thing.
That didn't prevent it. They still look bad. You know, that didn't prevent anything.
I mean, the fact that they just held a press conference to talk about how proud they all are, when literally these two people who are the parents of the the person we're accusing found it, to me is a joke. It's a complete joke. And that's what makes me suddenly go, all right, I'll humor you conspiracy theorists out, because these police look like complete jackholes. I'm sorry.
Well, let's keep this clear. What are press conferences? They're just PR stunts, right?
Right.
Nowadays with everything. So this is just to give the audience, us or the viewers and the press a bone. No pun intended. But yeah, so this is just a PR stunt to say, hey, everything's great. There's nothing to look here. Nothing to look at, like airplane. You can move along. So that's what it is. It's a PR stunt, nothing burger. The giveaway is when they say you cannot ask questions. Right. Basically, it's a waste of time.
Correct.
So
no
you
questions.
Cannot ask questions. It's a PR. They're talking at you. They're not talking with you.
Correct.
So
no transparency.
That's the way you go with that.
No transparency.
No transparency.
Aaron says it could be his bones. Bodies do not last long at all in warm water. Ever cook a whole chicken. Add to that insects, predators, scavengers. You'd have bones in just a couple weeks. Maribel saying, I'm so done. Thanks, Detective Laundries. You did way more than the police did. No way, that's Brian. I smell a setup. And that's the problem. Speculation warning from Fox and Sparrow. Parents know a body was out there. They planted the dry bag near it. Maybe they unalived that person too. When will it end? Look, I don't think they murdered it. I don't want to go that far. Again, this is all speculation. No one can sue me because I'm not saying anything is factual. I want to make sure that clear. I've said it before and after. But if we're theorizing, it's not impossible for someone to state. Now, the big test will be they can do forensic analysis to make sure is it him or not. Now, if it's not him, Lewis, they're gonna look all. It's gonna.
Oh no, that's
if it's not him, they're gonna look crazy. So part of me is might they just say it's him to move on?
If it's not him, that's gonna open up. I mean, all bets are off. I will not believe anything moving forward. Not even
right. But that's what I'm saying. Now we're at a point where it's we need to now identify the bones. Is what we're doing. Bones near items, and I believe it. It could totally be the bones. It could totally be the bones. Most likely, it is the bones, guys. Let's be clear.
Right. I don't understand why the delay with the bones. Matching it with Brian's DNA. I don't understand why there needs to be a delay. So,
a lot of people are. I don't. No way. We don't even wear gloves. Northport's new slogan. What the ruck? I mean, but that's what I'm saying. The stupidity of it's None of it's adding up to me. So look, I do think it's him. I still do, but I understand where we're coming from. And the reality is, so now why you guys understand why we're having some problems with this. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. And the fact that they were able to walk in and find it that quickly without any presence around them. We just listened to Steve Bertolino, their lawyer. Oh, it was filmed. I'm sure they brought this person along. This doesn't mean it's legit. This doesn't mean the person who filmed wasn't in on it or paid.
No, this is staged. This is staged and
staged.
sold. And sold.
Exactly. Staged and sold with Fox Digital. So to
Allegedly.
me, allegedly, please, thank you.
Yeah.
Speculating. Everything we do is speculating here. In this particular report. Because speculating, this could totally be staged. This feels staged is what I mean. So when I watch this, it feels staged. I don't know if it is. But I do know news agencies pay for things. Lewis, did you know Fox News allegedly, I'm told, I talked to some neighbors when I was planning my trip out to Northport. I may still go at some point, but allegedly, and I think some other outlets have covered this, like Fox News bought the neighbor across the street. Remember that neighbor who came in and said, oh yeah, they went for the camping trip? The one that those old couple, they would only speak to Fox, and Fox paid them to only speak to Fox. So agencies all the time will pay. And I heard some of those the tents that are in the yard, they're getting like $3,500 a week to house the press.
Dude, I gotta say, we're keeping it real here on Popcorn Planet. And if I was a news outlet and I had the budget, I would pay for the exclusives as well to bring the best coverage to our audience. I don't believe that's a bad thing.
Correct.
But right here, I feel like there was a phone call and said by the parents and maybe this
Bertolino.
Fox Digital and said, hey, we're going to go on a scavenger hunt. Do you guys want to come in here?
Yeah,
It's
like Dog
X
the
amount of
Bounty Hunter
dollars,
did. Fox was following Dog the Bounty Hunter too.
Correct. So I don't think there's anything bad with them doing that. I would do it. I'm just keeping it real with you all. But
no, there's nothing wrong with exclusives. However, I'm just proving sometimes the exclusives can be biased.
Correct.
And I'm not always a fan of Fox News. I think they're one of the most biased.
They have an agenda. They have an agenda. That's besides the point. I feel like you said they cut the video at a certain point. That if
someone can find me the full footage of this, I will replay it live and I'll correct things. Can anybody, all my sleuths, my Planeteers, can we find the full footage of this? Did someone else just cut this as sort of the two best clips, or do we have any other footage of this that we can combine so we can watch this directly? Because I would love to watch that live. So if we find that, stay tuned. We will find it. In fact, why don't you hit subscribe, hit the bell for all alerts. We got a lot more coming on the channel. Yeah. We are still live. We're going to take calls. I hope to have a special guest in a little bit. Vito.
Oh yeah.
So lots to go through. So thank you guys for watching, and thank my man Lewis over at Nerd Report. Go to YouTube's Nerd Report to get all your nerd reports. Always good to have him. And we are not done live. We're going to still talk. Always catch us live every weekday. Not just this case. We're going to pivot and do some other interesting stories. We aren't just building a news community, a news channel. We're building a news community where we can talk and keep it real with each other and have opinions that can adjust as we get more news. So please join our community here. Become a Popcorn Planeteer. If you want to watch the full multi-hour live stream, you can always hit join, hit the bell, hit the join button. That way you'll always be able to get the replays in the members only playlist on the main channel page. Thank you guys so much for watching. Live viewers, don't go anywhere. At some point, I'll put the full show there on the left, or just click on the videos on the right. It's just all more Popcorn Planet stuff. Appreciate your support, everybody.
Thank you.